Hi, I'm Danzen, and welcome to Scrap Mechanic Survival. Today, I will be showing you an interesting idea/creation of mine, which may or may not be useful in survival. Without further ado, let's get to it. So, it's this thing here. Watch what happens when I hit the logic block with my hammer. Did you see that? Can I see it again? And watch what happens when I shoot it with my spud gun. Oops. Any guesses as to how this works? Any? Alright, let's turn around and see what's behind us. Ta-da! This is all there is to it. So the main components here is the sensor and the spring. The logic block itself doesn't play any real role in this. It's just there to indicate that the sensor is turned on. So the sensor is set to a range of 2 and it's on the switch mode, so we can see it toggle on and off. See? Now I'm going to remove the top portion of this so you can see what happens. See that? So when you hit this block here, it seems like the momentum gets transferred to these pipes, to the spring, and then to these 2 blocks here. These 2 blocks here do need to have some weight to them, so you can't use bubble blocks, for example. And when these blocks move closer, it activates the sensor. Now, there is a secret ingredient to this, and that is the bearings here. So the bearings here basically makes this block here a separate body. Now, if you could put this on a, actually I can. If we put this on a lift and bring out the tool, you'll see that this one here is a separate body because of the bearings. Technically, you only need 1 for that to happen, but I'm using 2 to stabilize the block itself. You don't want the block spinning. Of course, if you had both bearings in line, the block will still spin. That's basically it. You can use pistons if you wanted to separate the wall from the activation block. That's what I'm calling it. The block that you hit to turn it on or off is called the activation block. So it just has to be a separate body. So pistons would work. Springs would work too, I guess. But bearings are great because they're compact and they fit between blocks as well. Now, just to show you, we don't need to use this logic block. So I'm going to remove that. And we're going to put this on a lift. And we can actually make the activation block an activation pad. So let's make it 3 by 3. And then the bearings, we can put it in line, for example. And then we build a wall here, cut out a 3 by 3 hole, and then weld this on. As you can see, it blends completely in, and you can't even tell that this part here is different. But let me just put down this logic block here so that we can see the sensor activating. But it works. See? You can kind of see a bit of seam there. If you had more bearings to stabilize the block, it'd probably be less visible. So still works with the spud gun as well. So you can make the pad even larger. I think it still works. And also it doesn't have to be flush with the wall. It could be protruding out to make it more obvious, of course. Now, how I see this being useful in survival is for turning on your base defenses. Like in my case, I'm using the Crusher, like many other players. So what I observe from a lot of players is that they might be planting some crops and then there's a raid coming in at midnight, but they are out mining or doing a warehouse run or something, and they are late coming back for the raid. So in that case, the defenses are not activated. With this, you can put a giant activation pad, maybe somewhere up higher, and then shoot it from afar to activate it. So let's just put this somewhere more visible. Hook it up. So we could be pretty far. Say we're running back towards our base. And then the farm bots are approaching our base and you want to turn defenses on. So you shoot at it and it turns on. Well, not in this case, of course not, but that's the idea. So yeah, apart from that, it would be a very cool way to get access or enter your base. For example, using this to turn on, to open a door to your base or to lower a drawbridge or something like that. So if you didn't know it, you wouldn't know that this normal looking wall was a switch. Now, let's try to see if we can get the seam to go away. Let's go grab some more bearings. I'm not sure if I have any more. Yes, we do. All right. So maybe if I just add one on this side and one on this side, then we weld it back. That's a bit low, but that's all right. Whoops. There we go. So let's hook this back up and see if the seam is still there. You can still see a bit of the seam. This seems to be an issue that's only in survival, I think, because the bearings and pistons, they all seem a bit, how should I put it, looser, I guess? Wobbly and looser. They're less rigid than they are in creative mode. Anyways, that's all there is to this build here. I hope you like it. And tell me in the comments what you want to use this for or what you've used it for. I'll see you next time. Bye!